Our top story this Tuesday morning, a fire that broke out at Mumbai's Deonar dumping ground in the eastern suburbs of the city on Saturday night has still not been doused. This is the second massive fire in the city's biggest dumping ground in less than 2 months. A police case, an FIR has been filed. Authorities are suspecting sabotage. They're claiming sabotage. The Environment Minister, meanwhile, Mr. Javadekar, has promised stern action. 12 CCTV cameras have been installed at the dump yard. 20 more, they say, will be installed later. But environmentalists say all this doesn't matter. Recycling is the only solution.
As you can clearly see, the skyline of the city is completely not visible. You cannot even make out that the dumping ground is right there. Now, last night there was a fire once again, and as you can see, the smoke has completely engulfed the entire area where central Mumbai, in fact, areas like Deonar, Mulund and Chembur, these are all the worst affected. Now, I have with me residents of the area who can tell us about exactly, so what's been the experience like for the last 2 days living here? It must have been very difficult.
Yeah, so the last 2 days we haven't actually opened the windows of our houses because the smoke just comes in. And the breathing problem is what we are suffering from the most, because the children are coughing away and the older people like my sister-in-law and all, they are having breathing problem, lung infection. It has actually scared the older people also a lot, It's toxic smoke. Yeah.
Smita, you all have all come together and are sort of approaching the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister to take action.
So what we have a team called MumbaiPollution.in, and we have been protesting, we have been meeting all the officials, and what we say, we are getting a lot of promises. The problem is that there are multiple theories floating. One is a methane theory, then miscreant theory and all that. There is no root cause analysis, there is no clear proactive reactive measures. We are getting some commitments saying that walls will be built, but how the problem is going to be resolved, it is more of a blame game going on. Second thing is we have done signature campaigns. We have got around 1,500 physical signatures. We have got a petition, and we have got a lot of support, and we are going to continue this till we get our results.
Right. So there you go, the residents making it clear that blame game would not suffice. You want some concrete action, results to show.
All right, and remember, this is not the first fire here in Deonar. This seems to be a recurring trend, and environmentalists are asking, how many fires are you going to put out? They say recycling is the only solution.
So tell me exactly, in the long term, what would be more effective to ensure that these fires don't recur every other day?
Well, I think in the long term, we have to see how this garbage dump is to be shut down without opening a new one, which is almost exactly the same. And that means recycling. So I think we have to first determine what are the types of garbage which are going in, which I think the BMC already has a pretty good idea, and then figure out ways of recycling each of these components. For example, plastic can be used to build roads. Similarly, construction debris which is going into this dump should be recycled so that we make construction aggregate. No matter how many guards you have there, sometimes there could be fires which are lit inadvertently, or it could be lit purposely, or it could be an accident, or it could be spontaneous. So how many fires are you going to put out, and how much water are you going to use? And is this really the solution to shut down this one because it's 9 stories high and it can't take it anymore? We've waited until it's reached this point and then recreate the problem somewhere else. No, that's not the answer. We need recycling.